Well folks, it's finally happening. The Range Rover is getting a tow bar. Some of you will be rejoicing, I know, because when we bought this car back in 2019, obviously put videos out, this is the new car. The amount of comments, oh, you've not got a tow bar, what's the point of having a Range Rover if you ain't got a tow bar? We didn't need one because we had the TD6. The TD6 had the tow bar, we was using that for towing the trailer, going and getting materials. The TD6 was beat up, it didn't matter if we beat it up even more. When we was looking at buying this one, there was a choice of two that was sort of fairly local to us. There was this one, which had very low miles, no tow bar was ever fitted, or there was a year newer 4.4 TD V8, another couple of grand more expensive, but it had a tow bar, and I was like, oh, it's done a few more miles. Now, my thinking at the time, the TD6, the gearbox in the TD6 didn't cope, they don't cope very well with stress. If they're well looked after, they're probably alright, but if you do a lot of towing and this, that and the other, the gearbox at some point will fail, as ours was on its way to do. So when we was looking at buying a new car, I thought, well, if we go for one that hasn't had a tow bar, it's likely not to have been towing heavy weights, gearbox might be in better stead. It's probably nonsense theories, but that's what we went for in the end. So we've not had a tow bar on this car. The car has never had a tow bar. The trailer electrics have been switched on by the dealer. Well, by Land Rover actually. It was specified in the build sheet that the trailer electrics had been activated. We shall see. I've got a wiring kit. Now on the 2010, the wiring kit is slightly better than the TD6. Today we're fitting the tow bar. Bloody marvellous, this one. €240 and it's detachable. So we're going to go and see how easy it is to fit it. Got to take the bumper cover off, take the bumper off, drop the exhaust down, and then it just bolts up. If you say it quick, it's probably, you know, I think it'll be easy enough, but let's get on with it and see what happens. So for me, being in the wheelchair, this is going to be the awkward part. We've got to do some stuff in the boot here, and then obviously we've got to get underneath, so I thought, well, I'll just jump in the back, take all this interior trim out, lift the floor up, and then we can get to the bolts for the bumper, because the bumper cover comes off separate from the actual bumper itself. I think it's straightforward. Let's have a look. That has to come off. Let's get that off out of the way. Get that bit out. Got to take this bit off as well, and then that plastic piece has to come out. I have to do that when I've got this boot floor, the floor thing up. The lighting might be a bit strange on this video. It's probably one of the hottest days of the year that we're attempting to do this. In true Ben's Garage fashion. Yes, I know. Right, so that's all the interior taken out of the boot. It's quite straightforward. There's 3 plastic nuts holding this side, plastic tray in the bottom, 3 on that side, and then there's the side pieces you've got to take off the luggage hooks, and that's it. So now the bumper bolts are exposed in the boot, so I'm going to take them off now. A normal able-bodied person will probably leave that on until you've got the actual bumper cover off. I don't know, but I think I might have to undo some bolts inside the boot to undo the bumper cover as well. So I will put all pictures up as we're going in the manual, and you can download the manual over on my website if you need to. It just gives you a step-by-step with pictures. It's quite straightforward really, so let's crack on. I'm going to call the Hobbit now and see if she can go and get me some more sockets, and then I might not take them all off, I might just slacken them off, and then we'll move on to the bumper cover. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws in the top, some in the bottom, and just on the wheel arches. So you've got your row of 5 bolts at the top, you've got 5 underneath which are 8mm, you've got 2 10mm in the wheel arch holding the wheel arch liner in place, and you've got 2 little plastic Phillips screws that go up, and then you pull the plastic piece out and that's what holds all that together. So I'm going to just undo these bolts and we're going to take this off, but we're going to have to disconnect these parking sensors. So I didn't film taking off the bumper cover, but pull it out at the sides. You need 2 people really to support it. And then just undo this multi-plug, that's for the parking sensors. Now we're left with this, and I've already undone this, so let's have a quick look and we'll take it off. Hopefully it will just come out like so. I'm assuming this piece goes back on, because otherwise you'd have nothing to connect your bumper cover back onto. So I'm assuming, you know what they say about assumptions, the tow bar fits flush against there, then this goes over the tow bar, so that's going to be quite a handful because that tow bar's heavy and this is quite heavy as well, so might end up having to put the tow bar on this and then both of us lift it up into place. But before we do all that, we've got to take off the tow bracket and that side and the exhaust brackets, drop the exhaust down, and then we've got some arms that go further forward. So we'll gonna go in for a spot of lunch and then we'll come back out and crack on with this. So we've got a nut there and one up there to undo. They're both 21mm, so we'll do that now. I'm just going to undo that one now. Right, so it's just sitting in place at the minute. Got that bolted on under there. Obviously it's good practice to leave everything loose until you get everything connected where it's got to be. We've still got to, on these, lift it up so we can get the bumper back through it, and it uses the original bolts for this piece and bits at the bolts underneath the original bolts. It's really quite straightforward, to be honest. Right, I'm going to get that side done and then we'll see about getting the bumper on and hopefully get everything whistled up. Just got to get this bumper on now, and then we can get the holes lined up inside, and then once they're in I can tighten everything up. So I'm going to get on with that. I won't show too much of that because it's just tightening stuff up. Day 2 of the tow bar installation. I'll say day 2, it's all on. The tow bar is fitted, all torqued up. The electric wiring is all in situ, plugged in the boot. I've yet to test it, so I won't be doing that in this video, but I was going to do 2 separate videos, actually fitting the tow bar and then installing the trailer electrics. But it's all going to be in one video because yesterday it's probably the hottest day of the year so far. It got hot and it was bloody horrible, and I was about ready to stop when we stopped yesterday. So today I'm going to show you the detachable towing piece, how it locks in with the pin. See if I can get zoomed into here and I'll show you how this locks in. So you pull the cover off. Now this has got a spike on the side, So you put it in like that till it stops, and then you twist it, and then this piece goes in. Push the little thing there. That's in there. That clicks in place. So you pull that round so it goes tight, and then you can push that button there, and you can pull that out and turn it round, and that thing locates on that spigot, and that is solid. I can't move that. So I'll just put it back on, show you how easy it is. Put it in sideways, push it in, twist it. That piece goes in. Like so. Move that out. Turn it around to close. That locks in tight. Pull that back round like that, and that's it. It is on. See if we can take it off again. Pin out, twist it, pull it, cap on. Look at that. No bloody great tow bar to twat your shins on. But I'll put it back on because we're going to need it. It's getting easier every time I do it. That's in there like so. Twist it round till it's tight. Pull that up there. I mean, you see that won't go past that point there now. And that's it. So for all you people out there that were giving me grief for having a Range Rover and not having the ability to tow with a Range Rover, we've now remedied that situation. We're all sorted, and it is solid. As it should be, you know. As I say, the recommended retail price on the manufacturer's website is €480. I got it for 240. Links are in the description. Just quickly, while we're here, if you've got the 13-pin socket on the back of your car, and you actually lock yourself out of the car and the battery's flat and you can't get in, the car's super locked and the key won't work in the keyhole, you can get one of these. This is plugs into your 13-pin trailer socket, and you can plug your CTEC battery charger into that. I will put a link below for these if anyone's interested. I'm not affiliated with them at all, but it's just, I think it's a really good bit of kit. I've just checked it, plugged it in, and I have got power on the red cable, so that's all good to go. I can't check the trailer electrics because it's 7-pin electrics on the trailer, and I have got a 13-pin connector, but I want to leave the trailer as 7-pin, because if anyone borrows the trailer and they've only got a 7-pin, I'll just get another adapter. Now I had 2 of those somewhere and I don't know where they've gone, but yeah, if anyone's interested in one of these, not only just to break into your car if you get locked out of it, but you can charge it up without having all the bonnet and stuff open. Just tuck your charger underneath the car, plug it into that, bish bash bosh, and away you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a bit all over the place. I did sort of show you bits and pieces, and hopefully I've filmed enough to make a bit of content, but anyway, I fitted the attelage and now we can tow the remorque. There you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.